the Who is USA podcast today. Glad to have you here. Before we meet Charles Simmons and Tom Scott of YayWay, I'm going to play a little video that I think will help explain what they're all about, what they're doing, and the excitement that's behind this. They're going to be able to explain everything.
Experience the app that everyone's talking about. The new normal in social media, where everything is just a click away. One app that gives equal value to influencers, industry professionals, and their followers, all in one place. Impossible? Not anymore. Not just another social network, but a transformative digital platform that redefines how we perceive and exchange value in today's digital realm. While currently in its beta phase, once completed, this new digital experience will utilize blockchain technology and tokenization, giving the user the opportunity to thrive, create, and profit from their digital interactions. Sell your products and merchandise directly to your followers and fans, where the relationship between users, fans, and influencers are infused. For the fan in you, we've created a way to access all your favorite celebrities and their profiles. In the palm of your hands, you'll be able to view, access your favorite verified celebrities and all of their brands too, all in one location. Once you become a partner, you'll be involved in the hottest new app taking social media to the next level. Simply click the link below to learn more about this exciting opportunity and how you can invest in our launch campaign today.
All right, we have Charles Simmons, CEO of YayWay, also with Any One Media. And we have Tom Scott. He's the expert on content, YayWay. It's a new social media platform that's been worked on for about 10 years, and that's usually what it takes to get something off the ground that is a real startup that's going to make a huge impact. Now, how is it going to make an impact? Yeah. People are getting cheated when they're influencers. They're not getting the money they used to get. They got fraudsters that are stealing their content and trying to act like them. Scams galore. YayWay is about solving these problems and giving influencers incredible monetization so it really work for them. If you're trying to build something new and you want to be an influencer, YayWay's a place to start. If you're already built and got a couple million people, this is the place to be to start rolling in the dollars and really connect with your fans. And you can sell all kinds of products on it and you direct sales. So it's got some advantages there. I want to cover that, what the stories are going to be about today. Tom, I'll start with you. You're the Vice President of Content. And could you give us a little bit of your background and how you met Charles?
Yeah, it's a pleasure. First of all, thank you so much for having us on today. It's exciting to talk about something that we're excited to give to the rest of the world. A little bit about me, born and raised in Southern California, where Charles is now. I'm in the Midwest right now in Little Rock, Arkansas. I knew when I was a young boy doing segues in my bedroom, it was either going to be radio or television before I even knew what it was. So I've been in the broadcast media industry, both in radio and TV, about 35 years now. Here we are, 2024. Can't believe it's been such a career back in 1990 when I started this thing back in Southern California. So I'm currently with Cumulus Media here in Little Rock as an on-air talent, podcast co-host, got a producer over 5 stations here at the Little Rock Metro. Met Charles about 6 years ago at the Oscars. A buddy of him on his team, James Jennis, he and I go back about 25 years to California when we met when he owned a Christian club and I was his DJ then. But he and Charles have been working together for several years. And he asked James one day, he says, do you know a guy who may be in the radio business or the television, maybe he's in media, can talk to people, has maybe a good looking face that's good and presentable, but somebody who doesn't mind interacting and engaging with clients, whether it's industry professionals or artists. Do you know someone like that? And James says, I do. It's one guy and his name is Tom Scott. But you got to meet him because he's so cool in person. Here we are. I was working with a production company for the Oscars. It was a pre-Oscars event and then the Oscars that night and then a post-Oscars party. But at the pre-thing, I was at a venue in Burbank and our keynote speakers that day were Robert from Shark Tank, Richard Dreyfuss. So an amazing lineup. And then later that day, we go to the Oscars. Afterwards, there was a dinner and a post party. We had all kinds of people walking up. When Demi Moore walked in the red carpet and there she was on my right, I'm like going, I could handle this. This is pretty cool. So there was Charles. We got a chance to meet. He goes, you want to get out of here? Can we just go like talk somewhere? So we hopped into the car, went to a restaurant up on the hills overlooking the valley, and he started sharing with me the background and the story of this thing called YayWay. And I'm like, I'm in. Where do I sign? This is amazing. I love social media. I love the whole art of engaging with people, but to do it in a way, like you said, that nobody else is doing, I was in. Where do I go? Let's do this. So for about 5, 6 years now, Charles and I have been talking about the platform, how to fine tune it, how to create great content. We got some new bumper videos out there. We got a new one in about a 90-second how to, what's it all about, how to engage, how to sign up, how to be a part of this next level campaign. And I remember about a few weeks ago, I also own a transportation business, and I picked up a guy from the airport and brought him to one of the big hotels downtown. He's in tech, he's in clothing, he's in merchandise. I'm like, I got to share with him about YayWay. As soon as I mentioned this app's going to have tokenization and blockchain technology, he stops me. He goes, it's going to have what? And I go, blockchain technology and tokenization. He goes, that's where everybody's going. My company's going to have that. That is if you have an app that has that, he goes, I'm in. Where do we go? So to think of an app that's going to have, like you said, a place where people can buy and sell to their followers, to their fans as the influencer, nobody has that directness like what we're looking at with the YayWay app. So it is a privilege, a pleasure to be part of this, what it's going to do for people, from the influencer, from the fan, and from me, the sports person, the celebrity, anybody who has a social media page can benefit hugely from the YayWay app. So I'm excited to be part of this thing. So there's your 30-second answer. I'm sorry. I'm a storyteller. So.
I think people are going to get glued to this app, because young people, because they have those superstars that they love to follow. And my goodness, if they're able to engage and get an answer back at times. Charles, you're the CEO of YayWay, and you're the guy with the vision that's gotten the ball rolling. And we're getting close to finishing the last technical pieces to it. And there will be some fundraising to make that happen. If you could take a little bit time first about your background in music, the things that you've accomplished as a songwriter, and go a bit into that, because people want to know about you on that score. And then let's get right into how easy it's going to be to use. Tell us a bit about your background.
Thank you, Michael, for having us here and inviting us. I really appreciate that. Tom says, oh man, he's definitely got it. But anyway, I have been in the music business for quite a long time. Started as a songwriter, recording artist with my brothers and sisters. We were blessed. We didn't get our just due in that day, even though we had some songs that went #1 on quite a few stations around the country. But we're getting the accolades now. I've been blessed now to be a co-writer on soul artists such as J. Cole, one of his songs that went 5 times platinum, Wiz Khalifa, Solange, Beyonce's sister, and currently recently a song with Drake that I'm singing on, co-writing, co-publishing, a song called Evil Ways. That's been a blessing. That led me into becoming a voting member of the Grammys, Grammy Mentor, which Grammy U Mentor, where I mentor college students and people that want to get into the music business. And I'm an advocate also with the Recording Academy, where we change the laws for the better for musicians, singers, artists, and writers and publishers. So that's been my background. Now I can tell you how I came up with the vision for YayWay. It actually started several years ago. A friend of mine told me about an article that was written by McAfee that said when people search for celebrities online, searches, if you click on that link, you would get either a virus or be led to a scam. I said, wow. So I went online, decided, let me search for myself to see if there's anything on there or any scams or anything about me. Now, who am I? But I decided to do it. So I went on and searched, found out there were 3 people pretending to be me.
Not one, but 3?
3.
Oh,
3
my God.
selling my music, had a song that auctioned for over $300. That blew my mind. And the one person that was auctioning one of my songs said he was me and said he would autograph the songs. That oh my, that kind of teed me off. Like, how could you scam people like that? So I decided, how can I let my fans know that it's really me? So that's where the vision of YayWay started. I had this idea. I wanted to create something that would verify that is me, that my followers would know that it's the authentic, real me. Also, I wanted to create something where it was this relationship between me and the fans that was not vertical, but horizontal.
Yeah.
And we could collaborate because I had a story to tell. And I wanted a place where I can connect directly with these fans, and we be on this horizontal line that I didn't want them to think that I was above them, that we were equal. I was just blessed to have this gift and blessed to do what I do. So that started the vision of YayWay. And so we wanted to create this platform, and now where the influencers can be authenticated, not be shadow banned, and rightfully monetized. So YayWay has more ways than any other platform where an influencer, content creator can be monetized. So that gives you a little bit about my background and how this came about.
Boy, Charles, that's a hell of a way to have to come up with an idea because you see a problem. And the
Yeah,
problem happens
that's
to be being done to you personally.
done
So
to
if it's
me.
done to you at your level, they're out there scamming other people as well. That other
But
celebrities have this problem. So the whole idea, the gist of it is to create a safe place that doesn't shadow ban you, that doesn't put limits on you on what you can do, and that you
yes,
can actually monetize from t-shirts to records to whatever it is you want to put out
directly
there
to your followers.
directly to your followers and your fans. That's fantastic. You've had some people come in that really gotten behind you. The NFL Hall of Famer Warren Moon, the quarterback,
Yes,
he's in there, very interested in it. The former head of business affairs for Columbia 20th Century Fox, I think that's Peter Lang. Is that right?
that's right.
And then you had a guy in sports marketing that's well known, David Meltzer. So you,
Yes. But the guy by the name of
oh,
Warren Schatz and Neil Levine, they both ran. They're responsible for Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z. I can go and they had labels as well as being vice president of Columbia, RCA Records. They had their own label where they broke those artists. They are a part of YayWay as well.
I have a question here about YayWay because a lot of people might get a little confused of YayWay versus Yahweh being our creator God
Yeah,
and
that's right.
the religions. What was the impetus to choose YayWay, and why is it important that YayWay became the name? What got you there?
Because I have the heart. My heart is tied to Yahweh, God. And I prayed about the name and where it should go. And I believe this was given to me. This name was ordained for this time. So it's to get people, we're a platform that's like the other platforms, but a platform that we want to take it in a better way with better content. No bullying, no pornography. We want to protect the platform where it's got good content because of the heart
Wow.
that's behind it. See, and I believe that we were chosen for this time.
That is a huge step in the right direction. The world is a little bit wounded in different parts of the world, and we have our own
Mhm.
problems here in the States. But the things that carry people are the things that hit the spirit between our religion,
That's right.
our personal integrity, which you have a lot of that, both of you do. And I would say sports in its way of bringing the best out of young people and supporting them as they go. And then the other thing is music. Music is definitely something that touches the soul, and
Touch soul.
it's
That's
the
right.
frequency. It's the frequency, it's everything.
Yeah.
So you're in the right place at the right time, and we're gonna see about getting a few more people to want to get involved and put up a
That's
little
what
money
we do.
that can be used as a to buy stock in the future. How can you give a kind of brief explanation of that? No.
Okay. We were looking to go to an A round, but we're not quite there yet. we have to scale the app to get to an A round. So how do we get there? We did the friends and family round. Now we're doing a crowdfunding and we're doing a convertible note.
Okay.
Convertible note where people can get in before we get our full valuation and they can get in at a discount. We're giving a discount and our valuation, there's, in other words, instead of waiting until we have a valuation, we have a valuation cap. So they can get in
Gotcha.
at a good rate now. We need the funds so that, like I said, so that we can scale, upgrade the app, take it to that digital transformation that we want to do so that people can get into that next phase. They can stay with the regular currency doing the dollars. We're going to have the 2.0, but also we're going to upgrade to that transformative digital platform.
Gotcha. No, this sounds fantastic. And anyone that wants to be an early adopter, you can be an early adopter now.
That's
That
right.
is the people that can actually really make bank when things go to seed round and it gears up.
That's right.
Any people that have got in there, you think of the people that first got started and put their money into PayPal. We know Elon was in on that and where that went. Here's a chance to put up a modest investment, but really kick things into gear for yourself and your life. Because if this is one of the things that you can bank on, it's the sort of thing where everything has a risk, obviously, but you guys got a very strong product it has a need. You're filling the demand that's out there for this because people are
Yes.
really tired. Influencers have not been getting the money they should be getting. The big guys like YouTube and whatnot, they're not paying like they used to.
Yeah.
And if
And
you're getting shadow,
demonetizing.
yeah, demonetize all that stuff. You're not going to have to be concerned with that off of YayWay. That's where it's all about the spirit and being able to have a little bit of free speech there in a sense. But the people are going to have fans. The people are going to be out there. It's going to be strong in music, strong in sports, and strong maybe even in small business. People might be interested as well. So
Right.
there's a lot of avenues and ways to use YayWay. It's not just entertainment; it can be a lot more. Be whatever you can bring to the table and start your community here. It's just fantastic. The communication you get, my gosh, there's business communities out there. You don't get this. You get 30
Yes.
seconds or something in front of somebody, and then you never see them again, and you're lucky to ever catch up to them. Whereas this is something that builds friendships. It builds
Community.
a branding name for the person
Yes.
as they build out, and that person that's building as an influencer, they're here to deliver value. And if they're delivering value, then everybody wins.
And as you said that, and one last thing I want
Mhm.
to add to that's why we say we're leveraging the relationship capital in influencers, content creators to provide value. And when
So
you
it's
do
all
that, when you solve their problems, it brings them and their followers. Yeah,
this is all around built around inspiration.
that's
People will
right.
get on the platform and get inspired. That's a lot different from what the other social media platforms are
Oh,
offering. Once the steps in and it's rolling, and the people you have already involved that are going to jump in on this, it's just going to take off. That's what it sounds like. I certainly encourage anyone to take a good look at the WeFunder page. We'll have the link in the description, and we'll go from there. Ask questions. It's very easy to get a hold of Charles as far as if you have a question. And Tom, he's got some availability there, although he's a busy guy with the content. We'll see what he can do.
yes.
But Charles is available. I mean, he'll definitely speak with you. Uh,
Yes.
Getting to know where you come from and your background was fascinating, and to see why you two guys are working together. So you have a
Okay.
team behind you. You're not just one guy or two guys. There's a whole team behind you. And you'll discover that on the WeFunder page and also just getting onto Charles's LinkedIn page and Facebook. Friend one and like the other and have some fun and stay in touch as announcements come in. Be sure to subscribe to what we have here.
Tom, anything else you think?
I think just maybe as a lasting visual, back in the day, it was things like this was the business card. Some people went
All right.
flashy, some people went glossy or even cardstock. Today, people live right here. Well, that's my
That's
beautiful
right.
wife, by the way. I've been coming up on our 2nd year anniversary. That's the reason that she's right back there too. So people live here. And if we're living here today, it's going to take the place of the business card. And why it's beautiful is because it's digital, it's electronic. We as people, 90% of us learn either visually or audibly, and only 10% written. So we've gone to living right here in the palm of our hands. So what a better way to connect than having a digital source, like you said, where they can engage, where they can connect. And you mentioned also not just sports and not just music, but let's say a realtor has her own YayWay page, right? And on that realtor's YayWay page, how many people, and this blew on, watch this, Michael and Charles, how many people, when you deal with a realtor, does she have in his or her bank, landscapers, auditors, inspectors, all that they do life and business with, and all of those links on their YayWay page will be available. So when you're dealing with a realtor who is tapped in with YayWay and her reach and her sphere of influence, all of her benefits, all of her contacts, all of her people that she does life with,
Right.
you'll have access to and verified. So when you have that realtor who has the YayWay page, she can outsource all that content to you as the follower, as her next client, as she's selling you the house. So even from a realtor standpoint, realtors, when they catch the vision of how many levels of services that they can have on their YayWay page, because for example, you mentioned musical artists, let's say Taylor Swift, and every social media platform that Taylor has will be on Taylor's YayWay page. Every merch, every music, everything that brands that she's associated with will all live in one location. That's never even heard of until now with the YayWay page, because all of their brands that they are associated with, be it music, entertainment, lawyer, realtor, whoever they do life with, and you're connected with them, you'll have access to all of those brands, those resources, that merch, that music, all in one location. You've got to be kidding me. Yes,
Right.
it really is for real. It's about to happen and about to change the way we do from this back in the day to how we're living today to how we're going in the future. And it's one way, it's YayWay, and you got to get on this because it's going to be the ball, baby.
That's right. And there's one other thing, Mike, and this is specifically to music creators, content creators. The music industry is changing. Okay. The music creators also are, but again, it's all about the monetization. You have a song that's streaming on the platform and it gets 60,000 streams. You may get enough money to buy a McDonald's hamburger.
No joke.
Okay. But if you have that stream and you're in a platform like YayWay, where you can also sell your content directly to your followers, you can benefit from that 60,000 streams. If you got 1%, 2% of those listeners purchasing your merchandise, you make out better than McDonald's hamburger.
It's a good way to
So,
put it. That's really strong in of itself. I love the socialization that's going on when you're talking about, say, a realtor. I think that's a perfect example because the person's only going to recommend people that she knows and trusts. And so
And
those
she
are her
doesn't have to
referral
hand out 6
partners.
or 7 of these. It's
No,
all good.
yeah, she's always on their phone and what's there is an app and you can save your contacts and on the phone as well as you get to know people, but you have the app there for everything. When it comes to entertainment, this type of thing, when you're getting into following the people that you want to follow or developing yourself as an influencer. So the opportunities are huge, even for the realtor, to build her fans up, that kind of thing.
You're welcome.
You know?
And I get
Yeah.
nothing for that. It was just an idea. So I'm not speaking.
No, this is a sweet one. Yes. Yeah, referral partnerships is the coin of word of mouth.
Exactly.
And that's the whole key. And nothing beats word of mouth.
that's right.
You know,
Advertising
Charles
dollars
mentioned
can't touch it. Yeah.
exactly. Charles mentioned streams, and without mentioning names, other social media platforms today, I think, have between a 2 to 5x potential in revenue streams. I believe the YayWay app will have a potential 10 to 12x potential revenue streams, which just blows literally everybody out of the water with the potential amount of revenue streams on one location. It's just math. It blows every platform away. It really does.
Another way to look at it is these people are having to really put ads on there and just fill up ads like Facebook does and be influenced by the advertiser saying, if you have so-and-so on there, you better kick them off or we're going to leave you. Oh no, it's the influencers that are selling their own individual things and they're not being shadow banned or anything. So if anybody was wondering just how it's going to work, that's how it's going to work, baby.
That's
That's
right.
how it's going to
That's
work.
right.
100%.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it. Thank you so much,
Thanks
Mike.
again. Thank you. It's been
Privilege.
great. It's been great. It is a privilege. Yes.